spiritually woke to Jesus Christ who died on the cross because
Hmm.
Jesus don't care about all your looks.
Hold
Your
on
Hmm.
now.
looks ain't gonna get you to
And
heaven.
you
Let's
you
just
know
be
what?
real. I'm
And
just
you
saying
know,
it
I
there.
tell myself,
That ain't gonna get you to
this
heaven.
all the
So
time.
yeah,
When looking for, a significant other, I know I'm not going to go into detail about that, but people see the physical attributes, that attracts you to a person. I feel
right,
like if you remove that from some relationships, like the
right.
person let themselves go, you know what I mean? Like, would that person still stay there with you? You know what I
There'll be a whole
mean?
bunch of breakage.
Like, if they're like, I know there's a Lana Del Rey song that's like, "Will you still love me
Right,
when I'm no longer young and beautiful?" You know what I mean? Like, eventually, we're all gonna get older. You know what I
right.
mean? Things like aren't gonna always be in place how they are.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You really have shit.
Uh-uh.
Well, not me.
Uh, uh,
I have
Hold
the
on now.
you know
Hold
what
I
I
have
mean?
the
Like,
fountain
Crystal.
of youth,
I've
so
already
not
Crystal.
changed
me. But
generation. I'm just gonna leave that fly. You know what I mean? Like, silver haired, like,
Okay,
thick,
Crystal.
muscular
Yes.
uncle that's just gonna be.
Okay, so since you have like your line right of what's the beauty
Yeah.
stuff, what do you think a lot of people are actually looking for these days, and is it like helping? Because some people, I know a lot of people like the all natural. Some people like to add a little bit
Hmm.
extra. Wh- I'm just breaking it down.
Some of the questions that I usually get is would this make me darker? You know, because some people are naturally light skinned,
Hmm.
right? And
Mhm.
of course, maintaining light skin, it's kind of difficult, so you always have to make sure your products have sunscreen in it, they have certain ingredients that would help your skin tone, that will enhance it and not make it dark. So that's some of their concerns. However, I also
right,
realized that in the beauty industry, in the skincare industry, bleaching creams sell very fast. It sells very, very quickly. And most people ask me, okay, do you have anything for me to tone my skin? So instead of say bleaching, the new word is toning because that sounds more like
And it's the same
it's
thing.
it's more
Yes.
acceptable, right? Yeah.
acceptable. It sounds more
So
acceptable.
they do like the natural stuff, but they don't mind mixing the natural stuff with their bleaching cream.
Hmm.
What my question is, what
Yeah.
do you want to bleach for though? Because honestly, I
The
maybe I just don't get. I try and I just don't
Yeah,
get it.
because they feel like being lighter is more
Hmm.
presentable and yeah, and it attracts men, it attracts
Yeah.
opportunities. You treat it like first class. That's their mentality, and it is.
As somebody presses the alarm. Okay, G chills.
Your timing is impeccable.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know, right?
I mean, it was either
Well,
that or
listen,
the
I
alarm
think
go
some
off.
people
Which
it's
one you
fine too.
want?
So whatever noise they hear in the background, so far as it's not like adult noise, I think it's fine. Just saying.
that's
And you
I'm
still on the
dead.
phone with her?
I'm sorry.
He said, as long as nobody's having adult
Oh.
noise. He didn't say somebody was. You
No,
were
but
wrong.
Chris, I want you since we have you on, I want you to educate people or tell people
Yes,
about your
ma'am. Yes.
products, right? And what you think people should look out for and what not to look out for. Like, mixing the natural with the bleaching, it doesn't make no
Yeah,
sense to me personally.
it just balances out. It cancels out the harshness because bleaching creams are very, very harsh. It is removing the first layer of your skin, so it covers the lightness of your skin. However, if you buy the
Hmm.
cheap bleaching creams, you might end up getting even darker if you stop using it or burning your skin. And you know how people have like dark knuckles?
Yeah. Oh Lord.
As a result of using like a cheap product, because maintaining a skin like that, a bleached skin is not cheap. By the way, it is not cheap. I've seen the products, I've researched about them. It is not cheap. It's very, very expensive, so it's not for every. Well, with my products, I try to
Right.
so so we all have like dark spots sometimes when we break out and stuff. So there are natural ingredients that will lighten you. So some of that is Yeah, carrot oil, shea butter too is like a natural lightener. There's no harshness to it. There are no chemicals added, and that's what my products are. So there are no like preservation. All everything is like
Yeah.
natural oils, natural ingredients, and everything is labeled on the product. There's no miscellaneous ingredient that you wouldn't know about or hidden somewhere. No, everything is like laid out there. And I feel like, and if you don't even know how to pronounce the ingredient in your product, I don't think you should be buying it, because some of the ingredients are
Period.
so like weird. It's like you don't even know what it means, but you buy it. But my ingredient literally can eat everything that I put in my skincare, So if you can't eat it, you shouldn't put it on your skin,
Right.
basically.
That's right.
Um,
Well, that sounds good. I mean, you know what's crazy? Because honestly, right, for the longest time, people always keep asking me, and I think G-Chiz has always said this before. What do I use for my skin? Because I don't use anything. I think I'm just flawless
All right,
from the
Beyonce, woke
motherland.
up
Just saying, but
flawless, post up flawless.
no, but I don't use anything for my face, right? I just wash my face with soap and water, and that's it. So when people ask, I'm like, I don't know. I don't use nothing for my face. I'm just, and when I hear people saying that they have to like buy different products to just keep up, I'm like, oh wow, is that serious? But at the same time, some people buy the right ones to make sure that their face is like maintained. Other people just buy like the ones you're not gonna mention. I mean, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna mention the bleaching stuff. Just trying to keep up, and it doesn't
And
make no sense at
to be
all.
honest,
And let me tell y'all.
I use bleaching products for dark spots that I had on my leg, but I've never wanted to use it for, lightening my skin. It was only to just correct different flaws, and it worked. And once it worked, I don't really use, but I use like River. I think I want to say it is a Illuma, Illuma, Illuma by Imagine Skin. It's called
I don't know.
Illuma. It's called Illuma, and it says it's like they use very natural ingredients, and some of these ingredients in here I can barely understand. They got uh, gly, gly, glycolic acid. I see that in there,
Child, you doing
but
it?
but that's what
Wait,
I've used.
can you eat that?
No, you can't. I don't know. Glycolic acid.
Crystal, do you know what that
no, I
is?
don't. But you can't
I
eat
know.
that.
See, so basically, he's not using the right thing.
Well, the only thing I use it for is just the darkening of dark marks. I don't use it to lighten my skin because I love my skin tone. But she said a very valid point. She was saying how people say, "Is this going to make me darker?" And even for me, like I'd be like, a long time ago, I would be like, "Oh, I don't want to stay outside too long because I don't want to get any darker." And it wasn't because I hate being dark skinned. It's just that I just like the skin tone that I have. But and growing up, I've noticed that when you spend 2 hours in the sun and use sunscreen and go back in, that darker glow that you get, it actually looks good. So I start, it really
Mm.
do. It
It,
makes you look really, really good. So um
You know, and
I mean, I would say this though. I don't know if
oh,
you
sorry. And
guys. I'm
like
sorry. Go
I'll
ahead,
say
Wayne.
from the opposite side of the spectrum, like, I grew up dark skinned. I embrace being a dark skinned young man. If somebody don't like it, that's wonderful. Don't care. But you know what I mean? Like I've heard every dark skinned joke growing up as a child. And you know what I mean? It wasn't until I got older and I started getting more attention. You know what I mean? And I started being embraced. I was like, you know what I mean? Like black people get so much slack in general. And I feel like something that black people do, which we need to stop doing, it's so much colorism,
right.
also in the black community. Everything
I
turned into
agree.
like light
Yeah.
skin versus dark skin, versus me. People, and I'm not saying this is wrong because people have their preferences. Like, I don't date light skins, I don't date dark skins, I don't date that. You know what I mean? But I do feel like, to an extent, and depending on how the person goes about it, it creates division. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
it
at the
does.
end of the day, if you're, people are gonna look at us like, oh, okay, they're all black, whether they're light skinned or dark skinned. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's a
you're
lot
right.
of discrimination against
That's
light
true.
skins.
I
So
don't know
I
if you
just feel
guys let
like
you
to
experience
all of
this.
the dark skinned people or whatever skin tone you are out there, people that's listening, embrace who you are. Embrace what it is, because at the end of the day, somebody is gonna like it, and you know what I mean. Even Jesus had haters, so not everybody is gonna like it. You know what I mean, and that's fine. That's that person's prerogative. So hey, it is what it is. Embrace
You got the right person for this
no, but
interview,
you know,
Mark.
yes.
No, but I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but if you realize a lot of people actually bleach
Mhm.
themselves, they don't take out themselves, they have a very strong
I'm
smell.
dead.
Wait, can you
And it's
repeat? Wait,
terrible.
repeat that. Wait, what?
No, I'm saying most people who actually bleach themselves, right? They have like this body odor, which is like very,
Oh,
it's
oh
strong.
dear.
It's like, ooh, hey,
I'm
babe,
so
can you
dead.
take a shower?
Yeah,
It's true.
it's not that they don't take a shower, but the product. Some of the products are very strong in scents. Yeah, some of them are very, very strong. They hate that.
Wait,
Hilarious.
I'm sorry, Krista. Go ahead.
Hilarious.
This is so funny.
Yeah, I said it's not like they don't take a shower, but some of the products are very, very strong in scent. And like it's really hard to cancel those. So like honestly, the cheap bleaching creams, you can tell when someone is using a bleaching cream that is very, very cheap. Because as I said, it's very expensive to make. So the expensive ones, it smells very fruity, very friendly, like you could
Mhm.
never tell. But the raw ones that people just make, like the fast ones, the $14 bleaching creams, yeah, it smells really bad.
Oh dear.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yes. No, but honest, it is true. Like I have seen people. I'm like, oh Lord,
Mm,
my nose is burning. Like all the hair in my nose is just burning away. I
I'm
can't do
dead.
yeah,
that. It's bad.
yeah.
No, we are gonna pivot into fashion,
Mhm.
like which I love because Krista. Oh, so I'm gonna give an example, right? So I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying because this is gonna go left, and I'm fine because guess what? That's what I do. That's what I live for. So when it comes to fashion, right, I'm all about buy the things that actually fits your body. If, for example, you can be like a size 8 and trying to
Mhm.
wear a size 4. That don't work. Okay, that don't work nowhere in this world. And I feel like as the years have actually gone, I feel like the things that the people used to wear back in the day, like in the 80s or the 90s, are actually coming back.
It's
Which
been back.
obviously,
It's been
when
back.
Garrin, I'm sorry. Yeah, the vintage is actually back, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it because, listen, if you can find something good to buy them. Don't buy the fake ones and trying to fit in, and like it's like, ooh, sis, what are you wearing, bro? Like, change. But we had an episode a few years back, and one of the guests we had on the show who was very I mean, he was trying to be. I think he was a savior
Uh,
from Jesus Christ. I don't know where he came from, but
Nothing. No, I
uh,
don't.
you got something to say, Wayne?
No, I don't.
You know where it's
I
from?
don't
Okay.
either. I have no idea.
They know. So we had an episode where we talk about like how the 21st
And
century
being
men should actually dress,
conservative, being
right? And
conservative.
honestly, yes, that one. So I asked every guy to kind of like come on set, like just dress, just be yourself, just be very creative. And I remember it was me, Wayne, the other person who's now no name to be mentioned, but I mean, I don't give a damn. I can. I can name
I
anybody.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I
Okay,
wouldn't.
I'm gonna
I
say
would.
one. Okay. Well, they tell me not to do. But Chris, let me give an example. Okay, so it was me, Wayne, and one other friend who's called Willie, and this the fifth person. That's how we're gonna call him. And he literally just judged all the
Yes,
outfit
you
we had
did.
on stage. Like, wow,
He did what?
we were just a. I'm
What did
sorry.
he do?
He judged our outfit we had on.
Oh,
I mean, maybe Wayne and Garen can actually give like a clear picture because I was trying to host the show and not go left and right.
Oh, Jesus.
No, y'all want to give it like a
I
little backstory
remember
about that?
him being crunk, Wayne's vein out of his neck because he was so irritated. I remember you kind of gave the side eye like you were really crunk. I remember Willie was like, he better not say shit to me. And, and then I was chuckling because it was hilarious to me. It was just so.
And Chris,
You know
forget
what?
what he's doing
At
now.
the end of the
what?
day, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, he has like an
Bump
OnlyFans
that. Just
account.
say what it is. He's a porn star.
Oh my
But you want to talk about conservitude, honey? Where's the conservitude in that? I would like to know.
Wow.
Oh, he is busting it wide open out there. He is doing his thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about fashion here. That was just I just had to say that because if I did not, I probably